Hi, my name is Lisa Nicholson. I'm a licensed acupuncturist, and I'm bringing you this video with 3 goals in mind. The first is to help you maintain bone density. The second is to help to maintain and even increase muscle mass. And the third is to improve flexibility. As we women get older and our estrogen levels decline, it gets harder and harder to keep up bone density, and this is really critical to maintaining your health and activity level. I'd like to see you do the exercises on this video 2 to 3 days a week, and that should help you to maintain the bone density, improve your muscle mass, and increase your flexibility so that you can move into your later years with health and vitality. This is Lisa Nicholson, licensed acupuncturist.
Hello, my name is Ana Nieto. I am your transformational health mentor. I help you get in your best shape in less than 1 hour a week so you can experience the freedom of feeling sexy, confident, and powerful, just like Wonder Woman. Next, we're gonna do a pull-over exercise. So what we do in this case is you extend your arms in front of you, and you're gonna hold again to those weights. And if this is too much, you can always let me know, right? So you're the better to assess how much weight you can do. Your palms are gonna be facing forward. So facing this way, facing forward that way, yeah, okay. That way, so you can rotate them a little bit. And we have, again, 3 points of contact here. We have the heels on the floor. You can still keep that ball between your knees if you like. And then we have the low back on the ground. And what you're gonna do is extend your arms back, lowering the shoulders as much as possible, warming up as always on the first 2 reps, and trying not to let the back arch, right? So that's the challenge. Good, right there, and you don't need to go any farther. So 90 degrees right there is perfect. And then back again, extending your arms, lowering the shoulders. Now this goes without saying, but if you feel any sharp pain at any time, you always want to stop. Muscle burning and feeling the muscles working is great, but if you're starting to feel sharp pain, in this case might be the shoulder, in the squats case might be the knee, you always want to stop, okay? Mm-hmm. Good. Now let the mouth open and let the breathing go freely. Good. So even though on this movement you might feel like it's the arms that is working the most, it's really
the core.
Yeah, it's the core, exactly. It's the abdominals. And what else do you feel? Anything else?
I do feel the shoulders.
Okay, the shoulders, definitely. And the main muscle is actually the lats, which is the latissimus dorsi, which is this muscle that goes all the way from your shoulder down to your low back. So not a very sensitive muscle. We usually don't feel it, but I encourage you to think about that muscle when you're doing this exercise, especially right there. Good. Now you might feel a little bit what Lisa is feeling. A couple of things are happening, right? The back wants to arch, yeah? Mm-hmm. So you want to continue thinking about squeezing the abdominals. And there's one arm that has a little bit more range than the other.
Yes.
And that's also normal.
Yep. And I did have surgery where I had some lymph nodes removed on the left arm. I've got a little bit of numbness in that armpit, and the range of motion's just a little bit restricted from the connective tissue there.
Yeah, and that's normal, and thank you for sharing. And if that happens, that's okay. We just have to adjust that and keep going as we can. But again, you don't want to have that pain, right? You just want to have the muscle burn. Good. And up. Can you do 2 more times?
Oh yeah.
Great. Just still keeping the shoulders down as you're extending the arms. See if you can go even a little bit more on this one. Just trying to get that range as you go. Yeah, good.
There's a pointed pain on that left one.
Okay.
Let's see if I can adjust a little bit.
And one last time. You are the best to judge. When you have pain, you can either go through it and try to work throughout. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. That's good.
It's just a matter of getting the shoulder blade in a slightly different position.
The weight is always going to be on your heels on this movement, and all you're going to do is with your back straight, your chest high, you're going to be leaning forward as far as you can go when your back is still straight, and then you're gonna come up, pressing the heels down on the ground. I'm coming out. You
All
ready?
the way up?
All the way up, yes.
Okay.
So when you're ready, you can just go very slowly down, extending your body. The weight is still on your heels, but you're moving forward. Good. And now you're pressing the heels on the ground, focusing on your back, right on this muscle where I have my hand. And you're going to be actually most likely feeling also the back of the leg and the glutes as you're coming up. Very good. And again, coming in and down. The arms are not doing anything. They're just holding the resistance. And if weights are too heavy for you, you can always start with just your body weight, and that's totally okay. Now, making sure your neck is relaxed, you want to bring your chin down a little bit, and remember to keep your mouth open so you're letting the breathing and the flow of air free. Good. And then coming down. Now this time that you warm up, you can go a little bit farther in and down. Good. Bring your chin down a little bit, yeah, and then coming up. Good. So Lisa's very flexible and she's able to get to the floor, and that's totally okay. Good. Let's go again. Breathing in, moving very slowly. That's awesome. All the way to the floor, pressing the heels. And then as you come up, trying to connect as much as you can with the back of the leg, with the glutes and with the low back. You're still keeping your chin down so we don't use the neck that much. Good. Let's go again. 3 more times, just like that. So increasing the intensity and increasing the resistance a little bit more. You can do that by just simply pressing the heels a little bit deeper on the ground and connecting even more with the back muscles of your low back and the hamstrings and again the glutes. 2 more times. Same speed, same breathing. Good. Just keep going, keeping your back still straight. Farther down, that's great. And then coming up. And we'll go one more time. Always be careful with rounding your shoulders here. Yeah, so your chest stays high. That's good. Good adjustment. And then coming down, keeping still your back straight, your chin down. And that will limit your range a little bit more, right? Good. And then pressing the heels, coming up.
Well, what I notice is that my shoulders want to come forward unless my chin is up.
Right. So it's this idea of still keeping your shoulders open, your chest high, but your chin down a little bit. So this is what is called the neutral position of your neck. For most of us, it's the distance of a fist between the chin and the chest, and it will keep the neck relaxed when you're exercising.
Drop it, your hands, drop to the floor.
So what you're doing is you're placing your hands on the chair, on the sides of the chair, and then you're bringing your body forward away from it. And you're always thinking about keeping your chest high here. Your hips are gonna go back a little bit more. Good. And then from here, you're just lowering yourself down slowly. That's beautiful. Keeping your chest high, your shoulders back, and then coming up from there, nice and slow. Very good. And again. So we're really focusing here on this triceps muscle, right? That's the only thing that you should be feeling. Excellent. And up. Bringing the hips back a little bit more even, yeah? And then a straight line with your body as you come down. Right, that is good. Kind of the same thing that we did on the squats. You don't need to go more than 90 degrees. That's 90 degrees right there, because otherwise it's gonna go too much to your shoulders. And then come up. Good. And again, trying to keep that straight line of your body up and down without moving the hips forward too much. Good. And up. Beautiful. Again. Talking about time, before we said that anything between 2 to 4 minutes per exercise is the appropriate timing. For this one, most people cannot do more than 1 minute.
To say about a minute.
Yeah, and that's okay. That's okay. That's what we want. Okay, you don't need more than that. You can always do 2 sets or 3 sets if you want to. Good. So you're gonna just do 2 more times. I'm not really counting the time, but I think that's about right for you. Good, and still keeping it very slow. Going up, and one last time. Good, and up, and you can relax. Very nice. Great exercise for the wins. For the wins, as we call them. Are you okay with doing another abdominal exercise? Last one?
Last one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do it also on the chair. And the way you
Okay.
go is, instead of sitting as you normally do, we're gonna turn the chair around and you're gonna be like that. Yeah, so you're gonna have a little bit more range. Your hands are gonna be on your shoulders, your back is gonna be straight, and all you're gonna do is just leaning back and forward. Yeah, just like that. Just making sure you keep your back straight and your chest high. Good. So you wanna be on the edge of the chair because that's gonna give you a little bit more range when you're doing this. Yeah.
Scoot forward a
A
little bit.
little bit, that's great, perfect. Making sure your legs are strong and are building that connection with the ground. And you don't have to go too far. We're still feeling the abdominals, even with,
Oh, yeah.
right? A little bit of movement.
Yep.
And just remember, every time you're working one muscle, you're also working the opposite one. So every time we're working the abdominals, we are also connecting
So
with the back.
working the back.
Exactly. When we work the triceps, we work the biceps. When we work the quads, we work the hamstrings.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah, the back is particularly important for the bone density loss, and the spine is a big issue for women once they get past a certain age.
Yeah. And you know, in my experience, you know, I have a nursing background and I've worked a lot with people with low back issues. And what I've seen that happens is that people focus a lot on working the abdominal wall, but they don't
Yep.
focus on strengthening the low back.
Yes.
So it's very imbalanced, and that's why there's a lot of low back issues. And once you start addressing that, it actually changes dramatically for a lot of people. All you need to do is just strengthen that muscle by exercises like the ones we are doing today. And go a little bit farther. Yeah, that's great. And back. Good. And let's do just 2 more times. Just make sure that your back is still stays straight. Your pelvis, I know you've done a lot of abdominal exercises. You're like, I can't do anymore. Very good.
Yeah, this one I think is
Flow. Drop it, drop it, drop to the floor.
So, if you don't have a pole, you can still do squats, and Lisa is going to demonstrate that as well on this chair. They are as well effective, but we have to just be careful of a few more things. And in this case, you want to be about a foot of distance between your feet and the chair. And then you want to be thinking about sitting back. So on the last part of the movement, the lower part of the movement, you still want to be able to see your toes, okay?
okay.
So go ahead and you can start. Don't use the arms for now. Let us practice it. You're a little bit too far. Maybe it's half a foot. It's not a foot distance. And then come up from there. Good. So always making sure we're keeping our chest high. It helps if you're looking up. And as you sit, you can be looking up. You can be keeping your chest high. And up. Good. And just a reminder that your abdominals are going to be contracted, right? Just like we did on the first exercise. Good. Let's try again. Coming down. Good. And up. And now see if you can sit a little bit farther back even. And I know that you're starting to get tired of doing this many squats, but that's okay. We're almost there. Good. And then up. That's great. When you reach the chair, try not to rest. So just continuously moving so we let those muscles keep the contraction and not let them relax. That's great. Very good. 2 more. Can you do it?
Oh yeah.
All right. Here we go. So 1 more after this one. And make it the slowest one. Good connection with your heels. I see you even lifting your toes. That's totally cool to do. Making sure you're showing that the heels are the ones working. Perfect. Good. And you can relax. Excellent. You can shake it a little bit if you want to stretch whichever way you need. Have a lot of legs, but it's a good start, right?
Yeah. Now I'm feeling the squats.